exploring the incredible transformations of Singapore. This is Remarkable Reveals. Seletar Airport is a commercial airport serving the northeast region of Singapore. It's approximately 16 kilometers away from Changi Airport and about 20 kilometers away from the city centre. Between 1928 and 1971, Seletar Air Base was a Royal Air Force station in Singapore. Plans for establishing an airfield and naval base in Singapore were first agreed in 1921. The first planes, Supermarine Southamptons, arrived at the base in February 1928. Famous people have landed at Seletar the years after it opened, including Amy Johnson in May 1930 and Amelia Earhart in June 1937. With the threat of war in Singapore, the Royal Air Force started building up their forces in the late 1930s and early 1940s. The reason for this was because Seletar Airfield was the target of Japanese carpet bombing in their first air raid on Singapore, after their ground forces invaded Kota Bharu.
In the fall of 1941, the Japanese Imperial Army set its expansionist gaze on the impregnable British colony of Singapore. It was a key component in Japan's quest for control of the Pacific.
During the Japanese invasion of Singapore and Malaya, Seletar housed 4 RAF units, which operated Consolidated Catalina flying boats, Vickers Wildebeest torpedo bombers, Ferry Albacores, and Brewster F-2A Buffalo fighter planes. After World War II, in the late 1940s and 1950s, Seletar Air Base was heavily involved in the Malayan emergency, with Bristol Bullfighters, Supermarine Spitfires, and de Havilland DH-98 Mosquitoes based there. Through the 1960s, Seletar Airport was home to all kinds of planes and helicopters, including Westland Whirlwind Mk-10 helicopters and Bloodhound Mk-2 surface-to-air missiles. Seletar Airport now operates as a general aviation airport, mainly for chartered flights, private aircraft operations, and flight training. Right now, Seletar Airport is rapidly being expanded, with the main purpose of relieving pressure on Changi Airport. A runway extension to 1,840 metres enabled larger and heavier aircrafts to use the airport. As well as this, a new passenger terminal building opened on 19th November 2018, replacing the previous smaller passenger terminal. Seletar Airport has completely changed from a military airbase to a completely different passenger aviation airport. So this is Seletar Airport, Singapore's 100-year-old airport, making a new start.